Now it's the last week of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, where thousands of performers and spectators have enjoyed almost a month of live artistic, musical and comedy performances. But it's not all claps and curtsies, because the usually picturesque streets of the Scottish capital are covered with rubbish and overflowing bins. Due to a strike by refuse workers, the 12-day walkout started last Thursday and is due to last to the end of the month. Crikey, those pictures, for those of you watching on television, could be from the 1970s. Our Scotland reporter, Davie Donaldson, joins us live from Edinburgh. Crikey, Davie, have you got your nose clip?
Well, you'd have to, really, because Edinburgh's nickname is Old Reekie. That was for the breweries, the numerous breweries that many years ago that stunk across the city. And now it's a completely different problem, because we've got rubbish piling up here like you wouldn't believe. You can see this behind me. Earlier on today I was out here, there was about a flock of about 30 seagulls pecking away at it and lifting bits off. And the most worrying thing as well is that people are coming and adding to the rubbish that's already here. But then I suppose they've not got anywhere else to put it at the moment due to this ongoing strike. They've been advised to keep the rubbish at home and to obviously to try and not put rubbish out. So very, very difficult for people to do that. And what's the answer? Who knows? Because it's getting slowly and slowly worse, and we've got another 6 days of this in Edinburgh. And to compound matters, the strike's set to extend across, Falkirk, Stirling, and then on to Glasgow as well. So this is certainly not going away anytime soon. This is all down to a pay talks. 3.5% was originally offered to refuse workers. Then it was 5%. They're considering that. They've held some talks today. Hopefully we'll see an end to it soon, but I think it's going to have to be very soon, or something's going to have to be done, because we can't keep going like this. The smell, I wish you could smell it, is overwhelming.
Indeed, Davie, and, the international reputation of Edinburgh in its, the Fringe attracts people from all over the world, but not just that. It must be a health hazard, even now, just after a few days, let alone with more days to come.
Well, that's, and I've heard some people speaking about having seen rats across the city, and that's not unusual in any major city in the world. But I think when you've got a situation when there are big deposits of rubbish which are not being cleared for almost a week, it does start to smell, and it will start to attract the vermin like that. So it's something needs to happen. What needs to happen, I don't know. Some people have suggested perhaps getting in outside contractors to clear it, but of course that costs money. And many would argue that money could be spent on the salary increase for refuse workers. So, yeah, I think this one's going to go on for a while. I'm not really sure what the answer is, but in the meantime, as you say, it's certainly tarnishing the reputation of Edinburgh and Scotland, with the eyes of the world firmly on it because of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. We've still got, a week left to go.
Davie Donaldson there, GBNews Scotland correspondent in Edinburgh, where there is some stink from uncollected rubbish. Those pictures really do remind me of the 1970s, when rubbish went uncollected in the streets during the so-called winter of discontent. Could we be facing the same this time?